on, maybe he wasn't feeling as good as he could be because he hasn't been as aggressive, at least in the first half when the Lakers were getting blown out, as you usually see Kobe.
I remember the knee tendonitis, and then we saw that sleeve on his leg a couple of weeks ago, one of our Wednesday night games that Brad and Bill did in Orlando. We're looking for the Bryant and Grady head-to-head showdown, which was a good offensive production night on both sides. When you look at the Lakers and their win total, there's 7 wins. Nash missed rebound by Shaw for LA. Remember that 2 of those wins came over Memphis, Chicago, the Clippers, Portland, all teams under 500 here. So the Lakers don't even have a good win yet this year.
No, it's amazing. And the Mavericks obviously have a whole bunch of good wins, and they're stopping people by 13 points on average. 13-point margin of victory. They're scoring over 100 points, 103 points. The defense giving up only 90 points. And that's when you're landing on people, and that's when you know you're a good team. They're not just squeaking by these teams. They're thumping these teams.
Nash down the lane, the left-hand runner. Extends the lead out to 26. Steve Nash continuing his very solid night. 16 points, a couple of three-pointers. He's also added 6 assists. Bryant gets field goal number 3 on the evening. Dallas Mavericks tonight, from 2-point range, are shooting 37%. From 3-point range, they're shooting 67%.
Well, how about over the last couple games? And you go back 7 quarters into the Portland game, 27 for 48, 56% from beyond the arc. Well, now 27 for 49. I don't really feel like figuring that out. Let's call it 54%.
Close enough. Shaq the catch. Finley grabbed him. In the act, 2 shots coming. Well, Dallas's field goal defense has been a point of emphasis for Don Nelson and company this year. You see how poor they were last year at 45%. They've improved drastically tonight. They're keeping the Lakers there at 41. And Mark Cuban told me during the summer that that was one of the goals with this team this year, to bring down that field goal percentage from 46, around to 46, just down to 44. Just bring it down a couple of points, and you start looking at a few points a game, and you see what a difference that would make. And that's one of the things that he pushed with Nelly and the staff this year. And to see where it is now at 41%, well below the league average of 43.3, is beyond what they had hoped for. And they've done it essentially by using a lot of zone defense relative to the rest of the league.
Yeah.
And it's worked.
And the question is, when teams start figuring out that zone defense, can they start relying on man-to-man defense? Eventually, that's what they like to get to, is the man-to-man.
Kevin George runs the floor, defeated by Bryant. And it's a 21-point Maverick lead at 90-69. Lakers applying a little pressure to try somehow to get a run, get back within a dozen points before we get halfway through this quarter. Nash lost Shaw, got to the cup. Right. And when O'Neal's not there, there's nobody. And you look, George and Shaw talking, miscommunication on the defensive end. And these are combinations that haven't been out there much this year.
Well, what happened is Rachel Friends, who can shoot the ball, suck Shaq out to her at the top of the key, and then you have nobody back there to defend the bucket. Yeah, that's what they're talking about right there, is who needs to rotate over and cover up for the shooter. I mean, they've been there, though. I mean, these guys should know by now. I don't care if Shaq's there or not. I mean, Devin's been there. Brian Shaw's a veteran. Shaq getting the easy layup. I mean, those are things you know.
Even though Kevin George is just his 4th game back, hasn't played a ton of minutes in the prior 3.
But I guess the point is, it's not like this is his 4th game ever playing basketball. I mean, he's been a part of these championship teams with Los Angeles. You just got to get your head on right. You got to be into. If you're into the game, you don't make those type of mistakes.
Williams catch and shoot. The clock running down. Tracy Murray the rebound. Need a spurt with a few stops. Kobe takes it, tries the acrobatic shot, and will shoot a couple of free throws. Foul on Rafe LaFrentz all across the board. Do he and Phil Jackson need to find another piece to come in here and make a roster move? Do Bryant and Shaq need some help? Or is it just a matter of time? I think the next 8 games for LA are very important because it's 8 games to Christmas. And on Christmas night on ABC, the Lakers play Sacramento for the first time. Dallas is the best team thus far. Sacramento's the team on the radar in terms of the Lakers in this Pacific Division of the Western Conference. But if the Lakers are still struggling like this 8 games from now, Christmas is going to have some high anxiety for LA.
Well, the Kings may be on the radar, but there's certainly another blip.
Shaq, 17-point game. Lakers need to make defensive stops. O'Neal has 24, by the way, here tonight, including 10 of 17 from the line. Sean Bradley's going to come in next dead ball. The Lakers have had a lot of field goals in the paint this fourth quarter. Van Exel. All those shots that were going earlier are not now.
Well, they've tried to slow it down, and maybe rightfully so. You're up 20 points, you want to run a little bit of clock, but sometimes you can get out of sync and you can't just flick it right back on.
Tracy Murray foul shooting 3. Couldn't get it to go. It was shooting 2. His toe was on the tape. You can see up to 40 NBA games per week. Log on to NBA.com. Sign up for NBA League Pass to get in on all the action. Must do if you are an NBA fan. Dialing around the dish this week. Watch the Mavs go to Portland, shoot 13 threes. Beat the Blazers by 15. Murray makes the first. 11th year man who comes back to California. Here at UCLA for his college days. 6th different team. 15 with 7.5 to go. Larger mountains have been scaled. Off Van Exel, Laker ball. LA was down 30, and the Staples Center is full of fans who came to make some noise. They will if the Lakers get closer. Bryant on the dunk! Bradley lost it. Nash coming back in for Dallas.
Well, no longer are they standing around. It's getting the ball, getting to the hole, and being aggressive with the finish right there. Just blew by Michael Finley, and no one quick enough to get over there and help. And right now it's the Mavericks who are struggling for offense, throwing the ball away the last couple times, and the Lakers feeling extremely confident.
Many of the fans in the Staples Center on their feet. It's been a hot shooting quarter. George adds to it with a 3. Timeout Dallas, and they're rocking the Staples Center after a 15-0 LA run. A 21-point first half of the fourth quarter, and Mark Cuban and the Mavs over bunches of uniform designs, coaches, owners, players have seen every possible way of losing to the Lakers in LA. They've lost the last 23 trips out here to play the Lakers. Once leading by 30, it's now 10 with 6.5 to go. Nash back in the game. Got fouled.
Well, the Mavericks need to get back to doing what they were doing to get them that 27-point lead at the end of 3. Push the ball up, open opportunities. Let's go ahead and take them. Sometimes with a huge lead, you say, well, let's run some shot clock, let's work some clock, not let them get back into it. And what you end up doing is getting yourself out of your rhythm.
He set the shot to 14. Bryant has Nash defensively. Tracy Murray's been in for most of this stretch. Finley shoots over him. Rebound, Brian Shaw. Finley is 4 of 18 from the field. Lakers can make it 8 or 7 with a Murray 3. Rebound, Van Exel.
Got caught up in the moment there. It was like, hey, it's exciting. Let's go ahead and jack one of these up there.
Nowitzki, size advantage. Tried the rotation. Threw it away. Mark Madsen telling Rick Fox, get up, give me some off the bench. Madsen had a start. His high energy in the last few games for the Lakers has not been off the bench tonight. Kobe taking Finley into the paint, turning on Finley. 8-point game.
Well, you would think someone's going to come over and help. At 5 dribbles in the paint, someone's going to come over there and force him to pass that ball out.
8 in the quarter for Bryant, 14 in the game. the body as well.
Boy, that was close right there. You see right there, good recognition by Bradley, getting over, and I say no.
Say no?
I say no. I think that may have been. Let me look one more time. Nah. Nah, I'm going to give him a block on that one. Not that what I want to do matters, but. You see right here, this is the point where you have to come over. 1, 2, 3. 3 dribbles in the paint. Someone's got to get over there and make him pass the ball out. They're just too good for that.
Bradley, he and his wife, parents of 5 children. His first son in the family, Sean Chance, was born about 6 weeks ago, 20.5 inches. But you get a longer kid from Sean Bradley's male offspring. Congratulations to he and his wife. Proud parents of 5. The lead is 10 as we approach 5. Kobe, feeling it offensively, was fouled on the cut across on Nowitzki. Dirk is having trouble getting back on the floor.
Yeah, and you wonder why it takes the Lakers 3.5 quarters to get to this aggressive style of basketball. Because in the first half, it was pass it around the perimeter, shoot a jump shot, get back on defense, and they know how to play. I mean, everybody on this team's a veteran. They know how to do things. And in the fourth quarter, you're seeing a Laker team that's the aggressive Laker team that we've come to know.
Remember, I mentioned earlier team fouls were 3-0. That was the 5th team foul on the Mavs. The Lakers have only committed 2. Horry in for Murray. Tom was talking about how the Lakers have gotten better shots, 80% from the field here. Stark contrast to the first 36 minutes. Within 8. Kobe has 10 this quarter, 16 on the night.
Now it's the Mavericks. You know they're thinking, my goodness, we had a 30-point lead in this game. It's not, we have an 8-point lead with 5 minutes to go, which is great under normal circumstances.
Nowitzki goes to the goal, foul. The last few trips, the Lakers have been close defensively, but have picked up the foul.
This is a good going baseline there. Someone's going to get over. Kobe trying to get over and take a swipe at it, and he ends up getting the foul. Win or lose, this fourth quarter is going to be a positive for Phil Jackson. He can tell this team, look, this is how we have to play. This is the style of basketball we have to play to beat teams in this league. We haven't had a good win yet, and even if you lose this game, I think they can all look back on the fourth quarter, and sure, I mean, Dallas let off the gas pedal a little bit, and the Lakers were making some shots, but the Lakers had a lot to do with that in the way that they played.
Extraordinary free throw shooting from the best free throw shooting unit in the league. Mavs average 82% tonight. They are over 90. Dallas led by 28 at the break. And an unbelievable run to end the first half, 33-5, led by 30 here in the second half. But the Lakers have fought back, trying to feed O'Neal, turned it over. Finley comes away with it for Dallas. More of a Laker half-court game as opposed to the free flow earlier. Dallas looking for its 3rd field goal of this fourth quarter. Nash will shoot it. Horry, the rebound.
Well, I would hazard a guess that they've ran the shot clock under 10 seconds more in this quarter than they did the first 3.
Yep. Good call. Shaw feeds the big fella. Touch pass to Horry. Back out, Kobe. Strikes 3. At the 4-minute mark. That's why you never turn off the sporting event. And Exel down the lane. Shaq turned him away. Nowitzki got Horry to fly by. Missed it. Rebound Bryant.
Shots are a little bit tougher right now.
Here's Bryant. Lost his man. Got to the cup. 5-point game. And the Mavericks defense is falling apart here in the fourth. The Lakers have scored 30 in this quarter. Half of them by Bryant. Unbelievable turnaround. Nash goes on the way. Missed it. Lakers could cut it to 3. Shaw, the veteran, says patience. Horry, who loves the big shot. the big fella, on Bradley, across the lane.
Oh, wow. Oh, my. Boy, just the change of flow. Everything's down, and all of a sudden, 27-point lead. 27-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and the Lakers catch fire. Now it's the Mavericks who are thinking, how did we let this thing slip away?
Lane violation on Bradley. Shaq gets another one. A complete meltdown by the Mavericks. And Del Harris calls for time. It is a 26-4 run for the Lakers. One at the Lakers. Phenomenal difference here in this fourth quarter.
We look at the second and the fourth. I mean, the Mavericks smoked them in the second, and the Lakers doing the same to them in the fourth quarter.
How can this Maverick team have an 8-point quarter? This after the Sean Bradley lane violation. O'Neal unable to cash in. It remains a 3-point game at the 3-minute mark.
Well, you get out of your game plan. That's what happens. When you get out of the way, you play basketball, you decide we're going to move the clock a little bit on them instead of taking shots when they're there.
Nowitzki trying to take Shaq. O'Neal won't let him around. He can't get around. Now O'Neal is called for foul.
Well, you can't expect Shaq to get. I think Shaq did a great job in stopping the initial move. You're talking about Nowitzki 7 foot a lot quicker than Shaq. Shaq doing a good job, but you can't expect him to stop the initial move and then get all the way back over to the middle of the court and stop Nowitzki.
Next foul, the Mavs are in the penalty. O'Neal has played 38 minutes tonight. He's put up 26 points to go with 11 rebounds. 5 to shoot. Nash has nothing going. He's got Shaq. His eyes opened up. He saw the lane. Oh, got the 2. Big shot by the Canadian. Mavs have just scored 3 field goals in this quarter, all by Nash. Bryant takes Finley around Nowitzki. Beautiful move by Kobe. What a quarter he's having, Tom. He is 17 of LA's 34 in the fourth. 3-point game approaching the 2-minute mark. The recovery by Shaw defensively. Nash tries to get there again over O'Neal and a foul. So the aggressive dribble penetration of Nash, the difference the last 2 trips.
You watch right here on Shaq on him. He's going to dribble back out, create some more space for himself, an area to go by him, and then flip. I mean, that's getting up quick, and then just extremely impressed with Kobe's aggressiveness in the fourth quarter here. Everything going to the hole, going to force the action, and screw left-handed reverse layup.
Second best free throw shooter in the league. Nash makes the first.
Yeah, that's where they have a big advantage. At the end of the game, if you have to foul them, they're more than comfortable with going up there and hitting free throws at the end of the game.
Williams out. Sean Bradley in. The foul on O'Neal is 5. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Nash now has 22 points. The Mavs have made 22 of 24 from the start.
I think I might want to just get it back to Kobe unless you can get an entry pass directly into Shaq, get it to Kobe, and let him create off the dribble.
Van Exel's got him defensively. Bryant penetrates. Good call, Tommy. Unbelievable quarter for Bryant. Averaged 2 at the break, 19 in this quarter, 25 for the game. Sports Center follows us. Nash off Bryant, got all the way in. A hook finish, Laker rebound. The Lakers can tie a game that they trailed by 30 on this trip. Shaw for the tie. Got it! 100! Phenomenal comeback by LA. Timeout, Dallas. 5-point deficit in the last 8.5 minutes.
Well, you got to get the ball to Steve Nash's hand and look for a pick and roll right there, and he's going to try to create a mismatch.
Nowitzki, they shut off the shot. Tough shot, Dirk. Couldn't make it. Oh, he fights for the rebound and was fouled. Took the worst of it, was fouled by Walt Williams with 1:18 to go.
What a tough shot by Nowitzki. I mean, that's one where guys right in your face, you're fading away. Tough to get it in.
When they took away the bread and butter, the screen and roll with Nowitzki and Nash. The Lakers have not led tonight. They trailed 66-36.
Now to 1 for 5 from the free throw line. And you wonder what this does psychologically for either of these two teams. If Dallas ends up pulling out this game, but we can blow a lead and we can still have the mettle to win a game like this. Lakers, they've won the championship, so you're not so much concerned with them psychologically, but boy, if you're the Mavericks, you lose this game. I feel like you can never win here.
For the first time tonight, the Lakers lead. On top by 2, but 4 to go, timeout LA.
I didn't think about it. From Dallas, I'm doubling. I'm not letting him get to the bucket, and I'm probably going to try to come off a guy like Devin George and not let him get a shot up.
Into the zone, Shaw ties the game again at 103.
Very good shot. We've made 2 in a row.
Ryan Shaw, the veteran, stepping up to hit big shots. Nash off the screen with LaFrance. Missed it. Rafe crashed the glass. Jump ball is called.
Wow.
Jump ball, he said.
Foul underneath the bucket.
And Ron Alessiak had the foul on the outside. Benny Adams had the jump ball, and he wins out. Nelly's dropped midcourt. He's down here in the offensive half looking for the call.
Well, Rick LaFrance with good position, getting the ball. Let's see. That's a foul. I know you got to be tough with the ball, but you go over someone's back and give yourself an advantage. That's a foul. And the underneath official had the foul.
George and LaFrance jump. Rafe got it. Fresh shot clock for the Mavs.
You got to get 2 for 1 here. Give yourself the last chance of winning the game.
Kobe climbs over the screen. Nash crosses him in the lane. Lost it. Shaq has it. 5-second difference. Game is shot clock. Lakers have 2 timeouts. Game is tied at 103.
Brian Shaw, guy you normally wouldn't be concerned about, but he's hit 2 in a row, so you better be cognizant of where that veteran is.
In Kobe's hands, 8 to go. Bryant's had an unbelievable quarter. He spins, he shoots. Lakers lead! Timeout Mavs! 8.4 to go!
With the way this game's going and where the momentum's going, you don't want to go to overtime. Get the ball to Steve Nash, try to work off pick and roll, and maybe you catch that extra Nowitzki behind the arc.
Dallas led by 30. Looking for 18-1. Saw O'Neal on the bench. Fox, Sean, Bryant, George, and Ori. The 5 on the floor for LA. There you see all time the largest halftime deficit overcome. The 79 Bulls are down 25. Lakers down 28 at the break. Trying to make NBA history here tonight. Nash drives on Bryant. Lost his footing. Finley to the outside. Missed the 3. Rebound, Lakers win. The Lakers with the greatest comeback